Well, he showed up last night at Arrowhead Stadium. It was quite a scene. About 80,000 Nebraska fans were at Arrowhead to watch the Huskers take on the Cincinnati Bearcats. Sorry, it might have been like 79,500 Nebraska fans and 500, Cincinnati fans who made the trip out west. I mean, it was basically Lincoln South last night.
I've never seen a home team with so many false starts. It was crazy.
Well, tell your boy Raiola, that quarterback up there, oh my gosh, dude, stop trying to be Mahomes with every mannerism. It's too much. It's just too much. He's trying too hard.
Yeah, I could see that.
As a kid who grew up in the 90s, Michael Jordan, a lot of people would try to mimic Michael Jordan with the tongue wag, the tongue out. There were mannerisms, kind of the limp on the court that he would sometimes express. But this guy's taken it to a whole new level. The haircut, the mannerisms, the jumping it's just too much.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's like, and Mahomes is there. And, if I'm him, I'm telling Brittany, stay away from this guy, okay? I mean, please, stay away, John. I don't want any part of you. Get out of here, okay?
They train together in the offseason, so they're friends.
Listen, I'm all about admiring the best of the best. In every line of work, we all try to copy something from someone that we admire, that we think is great at what they do. But this is like next level. It's almost creeper status with this Nebraska quarterback and Mahomes. It's just insane. So Nebraska wins last night at Arrowhead Stadium, 20-17 over Cincinnati. But, of course, Travis Kelce, who is a Cincinnati alum, is there to cheer on his team. And he shows up with his now fiancée, Taylor Swift. And obviously, it got a lot of attention, but I saw on social media the Big Ten, which, of course, since Nebraska is a member of, they put on social media last night a picture of Travis and Taylor. And they write, get engaged, and then go watch Big Ten football. And it's like, guys, don't you realize he's there for the other team? He's there for Cincinnati, who's in the Big 12 Conference. Do you not understand why Travis Kelce was at the game last night? He was not there to watch Big Ten football. He was there to cheer on his alma mater, his Cincinnati Bearcats, and that's why the guy showed up at Arrowhead Stadium last night. And I didn't know if he was going to show up because I didn't know if he was going to want his first appearance with his fiancée to be at a Cincinnati football game. But to his credit and to her credit, they were there. She was there all dressed up like it's a Chiefs game, and they were just soaking it all in. I was impressed by it. I guess they're like, hey, you know what? We're here. We're in town. Let's go to the stadium. And I couldn't help but think about the story from when Travis went to the Taylor Swift concert a couple of years ago, tried to meet her, and he's like, oh, I know the elevator lady. I'll be able to get in. I was thinking about it last night. I'm like, I wonder if he just showed up to the stadium or if he learned his lesson that even though you play there, there's still a protocol you have to go through to actually get yourself into a game, into a suite, even if you are one of the biggest stars in that stadium every Sunday.
He has the credential.
Well, we tried to get Mark a credential to the game, but, when I applied to get Mark a credential, they put his name in as Martin, not Mark.
Ugh.
So it became this whole thing where, Mark would have had to go and show ID and fill out like all this information, but they put his name down as Martin, even though I applied for him as Mark. So now he's like in this spot where I'm like, Mark, what do you want to do? I reach out to people. I'm like, you guys have his name wrong. He won't get in because you have his name down as Martin. He's going to show you ID that says Mark, and you're not going to let him in. And they never responded to the email.
Yeah, I feel like if I would have showed up at Arrowhead, which I thought about doing, but I was like, I'm going to show up. The elevator lady's not going to let me in.
No.
It's not going to happen.
No. I just don't know how you go from Mark to Martin. I don't get that.
Martin sounds more appropriate for a guy who's been on Ted Lasso. I think. Sounds more English.
Yeah, it does.
I just imagine on press row, though, they have Martin Van Sickle, Heartland College Sports right there, even though I wasn't there.
He wasn't there, empty seat.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Yeah, no, it was an empty seat. That's for sure. That's too bad, though, because I wanted to get Mark into the game last night. But
where's Martin? Where is he?
Where is he? Where's Martin? Where's old Martin Van Sickle? Oh, man. Now, J.D. Vance, the Vice President of the United States, has commented on this Travis Taylor engagement. He joined USA Today for a sit-down interview, and here's what the VP had to say.
Final question I have to ask you. The biggest news of the last 24 hours, Kansas City Chiefs, Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift getting engaged. She endorsed your opponent in the last election.
She did.
Do you think that Americans just want celebrities to butt out of politics?
I think by and large, people want politicians to focus on politics, and they want celebrities to focus on whatever it is that made them famous, whether it's singing or dancing or acting. But, I'm a romantic. When I see two people who are in love getting married, I just wish them the best, and I congratulate them, and I hope they have a very long and healthy and happy life together. I will say, as a football fan, as a Cincinnati Bengals fan, I hope that the NFL does not put a thumb on the scale for the Kansas City Chiefs just because Travis Kelce is now getting married to maybe the most famous woman in the world. You guys can't sort of have this. I'm worried they're going to have like a Super Bowl wedding thing this season. Can't do it. The Kansas City Chiefs have to follow the same rules as everybody else. So if we see the refs being particularly friendly to Kansas City Chiefs players, then I think all football fans should be willing to push back on the NFL and say, look, you guys got to be fair. Just because Travis is getting married to Taylor, you still can't put your thumb on the scale for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Vice President.
Good to see you.
Well, J.D. Vance is a great politician, but none of us are perfect. And J.D. Vance just proved it with a salty Bengals take right there. Man, come on, J.D. You're better than that.
No one is above the law.
Yeah. Okay, J.D. We get it. Good gosh. He sounds like a salty Bengals fan. Man. Oh, I hope that doesn't help the Chiefs. Okay, J.D. Worry about your offensive line,
he's
okay?
A Browns fan, even.
Yeah.
Even worse.
No, see, if he was a Browns fan, he would have been in such bad shape. He's not even salty. You can't even be salty when you're a Browns fan.
Tough.
You know? It's like you're just trying to win 3 games this season if you're a Browns fan. So, but the first part of what JD said right there stood out to me. Like President Trump, he took the high ground when it comes to Travis and Taylor. He wished them well. That's the same thing that President Trump did 2 days ago when he reacted and he said this. And I think there's a reason. Not only because it's the right response, but I actually think that there could be a political calculation to the president and the vice president just taking the high road on this.
I have to tell you, the biggest pop culture news of the year broke while we were in this cabinet meeting. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are engaged, and the world wants your reaction, sir.
Well, I wish him a lot of luck.
Thank you,
I think he's a great player. I think he's a great guy, and I think that she's a terrific person. So I wish them a lot of luck.
I'm serious now.
So Taylor Swift is quickly turning out to be somebody, and I said this 2 days ago when it was first announced. She is turning out to be somebody who, yes, may advocate for things that are left-leaning, but the more I hear from her, the more you see her actions, the more you see the way she lives her life. She is someone who largely represents traditional values. When Taylor Swift's on the New Heights podcast 2 weeks ago, in as unfiltered a setting as she's ever been in, she came across like somebody who had very traditional values. She's like, I don't go through my Instagram. I try to avoid it. I'm not looking at my DMs. I want to be in the home. I want to make sourdough bread and Pop-Tarts for the guys, and I like to sew. And she said this herself. I've got hobbies and interests of people from the 1700s. If you listen to the interview with Ed Kelsey that he did with a local TV station in Cleveland, apparently she was getting antsy. And she was like, when are we getting engaged? When is this going to happen? Knowing full well, once the NFL season kicks off, Travis is not going to be proposing midseason. She was getting antsy, as every woman who is in love and wants to get engaged does, understandably. She fell in love. She fell in love with the macho man, with the football player. She didn't fall in love with one of these Hollywood winky dinks that, she had dated in the past. Did I just make up the term winky dink? I don't even know what that is. It just sounded
No,
good.
that was a cartoon character, so.
Oh, really?
I don't know that you would have actually seen Winky Dink.
Yeah, I have no idea what a winky dink is. It just sounded like a
no,
good
no,
way
be careful which part of town you say that.
It just sounded like something that would describe Taylor Swift's ex-boyfriends. So she falls in love with the guy's guy. She wants to get engaged. She talks about her interests. Like, everything about this is someone who is not in line with what she has professed to believe over most of her adult life. So I think there's a part of this from whether it's Trump, JD, they're looking at this and they're saying, you know what? I mean, Taylor deep down is one of us. She just may not know it yet. She's coming around. And by the way, it can change society. It can change American culture for the next generation with all these Swifties, because I'm telling you, it's not a guarantee that when you get married and you have kids, you shift to the right a little bit. But, you know, the proof is in the pudding. It does happen. And when you look at the voting blocks of people who lean right and lean left, there's a reason that oftentimes people who are married with kids will lean to the right. Your values change. The things that you care about change. The things that are important to you change. It's not by accident. It's not a coincidence. And that's what I think a lot of people are noticing with Travis and Taylor.